this for Beyond the Gates, July 23rd, 2025. First things first, hold on. First thing first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's new episode down below. Did y'all like the episode? What are y'all thoughts? Okay, so look, I don't know who to start with. Cause I knew that Leslie would try to press charges. She was already trying to press charges against Kat and Jacob or whatever, knowing doggone well she actually was the one that tried to run Laura out the road. So I knew she would do that. What was the other thing? Ted over here weak in the knees, y'all. He weak in the knees. I told y'all. I said all Leslie gotta do is pull out that dress that she said she got in the closet when she was talking to Nicole. I said he gonna go. I told y'all he gonna go. She over here touching on his chest on today's episode of stuff, and he look like I said he get turned 9. Hey, how you doing today? I said what's really going on? I said I told y'all. I was like, but yeah, on today's episode, so we're gonna start with Nicole, Kat, and Jacob. So Nicole is finna get ready to tell Kat about what's going on with Martin, but then Jacob comes in and he wanted to talk to Nicole about Leslie, because Leslie said she assaulted her. She got bruises all on her neck. I was like, this girl is crazy. I said, this lady crazy. She don't be caring. And then she had the audacity to tell Nicole that she got another plan. And I said, okay, when is she gonna give up? At what point does she decide, okay, I'm gonna stop being crazy? I'm gonna start doing crazy stuff. But yeah, like I said, first apparently Kat didn't know nothing about this or whatever, because she was saying how no, you question the wrong person, you can't trust Leslie or whatever. So Nicole was like, okay, what did she say? And that's when he told about the bruises and all this stuff. And she was saying how she barely touched her or whatever. And then he asked, was anybody there who witnessed it? And I was like, it was a lot. Was it a lot of people there? I know Ted walked in, but the dude that she fell on, that Leslie fell on or whatever, I think it was a couple other people there too. But yeah, she was like, Ted was there, so you could talk to him. Why Jacob went over there trying to talk to him, and he's like, I don't want to say anything because, I'm barely in Nicole good graces as it is. I was like, you made her look guilty. I mean, she was guilty because she provoked her, but regardless. And then he was like, he was just struggling. And I was like, dude, you supposed to came up with a lie real fast. You done lied before. This ain't your first time. Then I think was Jacob talking to Ted when he revealed that there wasn't no cameras or something? He was talking to somebody when he said there was no cameras or whatever. Then Ted over here struggling. I was like, you just want Leslie at this point. But yeah, to finish with Nicole, Kat, and Jacob, like I said, he was questioning her, and she was like, if you have to arrest me, I understand. She was like, let me go get my stuff. And he was like, we haven't got that far yet. We just collecting, statements and evidence. So that's what led him to go talk to Ted. Kat ends up trying to call Eva because she wanted Eva to help her get Leslie away from her mama and stuff, but she couldn't reach her. Now she running around the hospital and everything else. Did they show, when they showed the preview for this week's episode, did they show Kat walking in on Kat and Tomas? Not Kat, Eva and Tomas? I can't remember, because I know she was looking for her on today's episode, and Tomas supposed to be taking her back to the hotel, and I was like, she might walk in on them. I said Tomas gonna spin it in a way where, oh, she came on to me just so he could get Kat next. But no, Eva and Tomas, they replayed the kiss and everything, and he was saying how he enjoyed it. I ain't even referring to my notes. Hold on, let me pull out the notes, y'all. He was like, he enjoyed it, and he started talking about, Kat is kind of mean. And I was like, dude, there's two things can be true. Two things can be true. She could be mean, and Eva cannot. What was the other thing I was gonna say? I forgot already. I forgot what I was gonna say. Talking about she could be mean. What they gotta do? What they gotta do with you over here trying to get with her sister? What they gotta do with anything? I seen her knocking on the door. Yeah, I wonder if she gonna walk in. I mean, obviously they gotta come out unless he hide like she did up under the bed. But I was like, Then he talking about something. It's a good thing they didn't sleep together. He ended up telling Eva all Kat business, that she's a virgin and all this other stuff. And Eva was shocked. And I was like, dude, this why I can't tell nobody nothing. Hold on. But yeah, I already said Jacob questions Nicole about assaulting Leslie. Leslie starts about Ted Hotel, and he entertaining her. She done brought him some candy and stuff, and he just be letting her in. He just like, you don't want to save your marriage. Because at first I thought Nicole was going to come back over there. I said, at this point, just go on, have the paperwork drawn up yourself at this point. Because you just see your old fling in town. That's what it is right there. Now you tired of waiting. I said, now you tired of waiting. He don't let her walk in there. Talking about she got some candy for him and stuff. They get to talking. Excuse me. And he asked why she was wearing a scarf. She done took it off and showed the bruise or whatever. I said, that bruise kind of wide. I knew it was fake. So then She was just over here talking about, so you seen it, you was there, you walked in, you know what she did to me and all this other stuff. Ted just sitting up there just entertaining her. Ted started talking about this is my fault or whatever, basically saying he let things get too far out of hand, and he started talking about his unsuccessful attempts to get Nicole back. I said, you talking too much. Why don't you talk to the lady that's partly responsible? I don't understand what they be thinking. What's going on in their brain? Why would you talk to her? That's who you had an affair with. That's your mistress right there. What the world? You over here telling my son you been trying and she not, basically giving him a chance or whatever he said. And she was like, that's because you chose wrong all those years ago. And now then start talking about she ends up snitching that Kat sabotaged Eva. I'm kind of glad that she told that part though, because I wanted Eva to tell. Hold on. I kind of wanted Eva to tell. Like, I don't agree with how they going about things, and I do think the Cat has every reason to be upset because everybody just running around acting like everything okay, everything cool, but eventually I know they're going to have to get over it. Excuse me. So I understand, but at the same time, Cat do be doing too much sometimes. She definitely be doing too much. Her focus is on the wrong thing. But yeah, like I said, she started talking about Cat sabotaging Eva or whatever. He's like, what are you saying? Because at first he had went open the door to let her out, and then she started talking about that. I said, she know how to get him, don't she? She know how to get him. So then she was like, oh, you didn't know? Yeah, she was like, Eva didn't exactly say those words, but I was talking to her about it, and you could tell or whatever. And he was like, she didn't say anything to me. So now Cat finna be in trouble. Cat finna be in trouble now. She don't snitch. She don't snitch. Start talking about somehow, you need to stop trying with the wrong mother, daughter, and all this other stuff. Talking about Nicole and Kat. And I said, he look like he actually buying what she trying to sell. I was like, Ted, you can't be this foolish. She was talking about how he dropped off and all this other stuff. And I was like, he making it worse. He making it worse. Just pull out the divorce papers or get them drawn up at this point. You over here dropping off your mistress. You having her in the hotel over and over again. You over here getting weak in the knees and stuff. She started to talk. I'm messing up my words. Lord have mercy. Excuse me. But she started touching on, messed it up again. Lord Jesus. She started touching on his chest, and he's like, I don't know how to explain it. He was just getting weak in the knees. He was just getting weak in the knees or whatever. And I was like, dude, I said, he gonna go, y'all. I told y'all he's gonna go. He's gonna sleep with her. He gonna be like, I kept trying with you, Nicole, but you didn't want to forgive me or whatever. And I was like, that don't even make no sense. This is the mistress. This is partly the reason why. You just said how she was dangerous. You supposed to be steering clear of her. She want to sit up here and get him this load of baloney talking about our daughter this, and I know her. I may have did wrong and all this other stuff. She know that you got a soft spot for Eva, and she using it to her advantage. And you letting her. Oh my goodness. What else happened? Let me see. I said Leslie snitched that Cat interfered in the credentials or whatever, the accreditation. Nicole ends up telling Jacob that Leslie baited her and she walked right into the trap. Tomas told that Cat's a virgin. Chelsea ends up talking to the crazy girl about Craig, and she was asking how long Craig has been doing this, getting physical with her, and that's when she was like, he been doing it from the jump. So she was like, okay, maybe I could call my dad. He's a lawyer, and he could help. He'll know what steps to take. She like, no, she didn't want her to call her and stuff like that. She was just interfering. She got mad. Chelsea ends up leaving, so she talked to Madison. Wait, let me see. Before that, Allison was saying how this proves that Chelsea cares about her or whatever, and that's when she started trying to call Bill, and she stopped her. Madison thinks that she faking. She was like, this is the perfect timing. She said, this timing is coincidental. You know, how she found her, how she's saying that she been abused or whatever. She was like, I'm telling you, it's something off about Allison. Chelsea like, no, whatever, that don't mean that or whatever. And just making excuses. And I was like, yeah, y'all know what I'm about to say next if you listen to my reviews. She gonna need saving. I say that about everybody who go investigating or don't believe somebody when they warn them and stuff. She gonna need saving or something. Watch. But yeah, I told y'all that lady was off. You could tell she was off. She done popped up out of nowhere and stuff, watching them. But yeah, what else happened? Let me see. Madison said something's off about Allison. Chelsea tells Allison she won't be back to visit and not to reach out to her again. She started looking all crazy and stuff, like she about to do something else crazy to herself. But I don't know. Maybe she actually... I guess, I don't know. We seen Craig how many times? Maybe 2 times. I don't know if they're going to actually show him again or what, but we'll see. Let's see. What else? Excuse me. Jacob and Ted. Jacob stopped by to question Ted. That's when he was like, is it true that Nicole tried to strangle Leslie? He's like, I don't really want to really get into it or whatever. That's my wife. We barely on good terms as it is now or whatever. I'm trying to get her back and save my marriage. Jacob ends up saying something about there's no law that he actually has to say anything about Nicole and what happened or whatever. And like I said, he said something about there was no cameras. I don't know if he was talking to Nicole them then, or when he was talking to Ted, but regardless, he was like, it's no cameras. But he has to follow the rules. I told y'all, Jacob don't play about the rules. Hold on. I said, Jacob gonna lock up the whole Dupree family at this point. Excuse me. I said, he finna lock up everybody, ain't it? The whole Dupree family might as well go on, no, because they always doing something. They always doing something. What else? Nicole stops by to see Leslie. She walks in there or whatever, and she was like, she want to see the injury. So she takes off the scarf. She hurry up, wiped her neck real fast. She wiped the neck, makeup came off. She was like, I think she said eyeshadow or something. So she started talking about, so she always has a plan, but she already got the proof about the bruises and stuff. I was like, this lady's crazy. I said, when they gonna get her? What is it? It's about to be August, and this lady still running around. Ain't no telling what she do next. But yeah, so she started talking about how she always has another plan and stuff like that. Nicole ends up telling Leslie that next time she won't need no makeup. She basically told her next time you gonna have bruises for real or whatever. That wasn't the last thing that happened. That was the last thing that happened with them. Then they showed Kat looking for Eva at the hospital. She ran into Chelsea and she was looking for her. She said something about Leslie going after her mama, going after Nicole. Then they showed Tomas and Eva, and she was about to go home. I think she said something about he's supposed to walk her home. I think she said something about he's supposed to walk her home, and I was like, yeah, we know what y'all finna get ready to go do. Excuse me. I said, we know what y'all finna get ready to go do. I said, yep. I said he trying to use, I don't know, because she has been doing a lot. She hasn't been focused on him or anything like that. But at the same time, I think this is an excuse. I could be wrong, but it looked like an excuse. I don't know. We'll see how everything plays out or whatever. I said he just said forget his girlfriend. I didn't even know they was in a relationship to the other day when they said something about it. But yeah, let me see what the comments say. Hold on, y'all. Even that's it for Beyond the Gates, y'all. Even Portia could see the crazy coming out of Willow. Exactly. Nina, it's about time Nina see it. Willow don't need to be working with any patient until she gets her life together. Right. Drew put 2 and 2 together about Willow's Sasha and Daisy. Yep, he did, but I wonder what he gonna do. Nothing. He's still over here trying to get married. He need to be checking her in. Well, I don't think he can. I don't think he he might. Yes, he can. Cause then he signed some documents. I think that was about the kids though. If something happened to her, that he get custody of the kids. I was about to say he can. Hold on. Excuse me. Let me see. What was Drew saying to Nina? I would never hurt a child. I'm like, Drew, shut up. You the same man to try to manipulate poor Wiley. Yeah, he did. I would never or whatever. Just like on yesterday's episode, he's sitting over here talking about some doggone he was asking Sidwell. I think Jordan was the first one who said that Sidwell don't need to retaliate like what happened at Charlie's. He's talking about, yeah, I agree. Nothing like what happened at Charlie's. You probably would co-sign. You probably was in it with whoever blew up Michael. Sitting up here telling stories and stuff. Yeah, I would never do something like that. We don't even know who you is. We don't know if you Drew or you a fake Drew. We don't even know who you is. Talking about you'll never hurt a child. I never. And just questioning Sidwell. Doggone well you'll do all that stuff. You over here trying to hurt Michael. I mean, it may not be physical, but at the same time, you'll do it. What else did it say? Manipulate Wiley into thinking putting up the person. Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Let me see. Let me check the time. It's almost time for Sisters to come on. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Let me know your thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the night.